This reading is a fragment of one of Sappho's poems, which was translated by A. Carson. Deathless Aphrodite of the spangled mind, child of Zeus who twists lures, I beg you, do not break with hard pains, O lady, my heart. But come here if ever before you caught my voice far off, and listening left you fathers, golden house and came. Yoking your car, and fine birds brought you, quick sparrows over the black earth, whipping their wings down the sky through mid-air. They arrived, but you, O blessed one, smiled in your deathless face, and asked what, now again, I have suffered, and why, now again, I am calling out. And what I want to happen most of all, in my crazy heart, whom should I persuade, now again, to lead you back into her love? Who, O Sappho, is wronging you? For if she flees, soon she will pursue. If she refuses gifts, rather will she give them. If she does not love, soon she will love, even unwilling. Come to me now. Loose me from hard care and all my heart longs. To accomplish, you be my ally. The last reading I will be doing is Sappho's Fragment 16, and this was interpreted by many different people. So, Willis Barnstone. Some say cavalry, and others claim infantry or a fleet of long oars is the supreme sight on the black earth. I say it is. The one you love, and easily proved. Did not Helen, who far surpassed all mortals in beauty, desert the best of her men, her kin? Anne Carson. Some men say an army of horse, and some men say an army on foot, and some men say an army of ships is the most beautiful thing on the black earth. But I say it is what you love. Easy to make this understood by all, for she who overcame everyone in beauty, Helen, left her fine husband. Richmond Lattimore. Some there are who say that the fairest thing seen on the black earth is an array of horsemen. Some, men marching, some would say ships. But I say, she whom one loves best is the loveliest. Light were the work to make this plain to all. Since she, who surpassed in beauty, all mortality, Helen once forsaking, her lordly husband. Jane McIntosh Schneider. Some say that the most beautiful thing upon the black earth is an army of horsemen, others of infantry, still others of ships. But I say it is what one loves. It is completely easy to make this intelligible to everyone. For the woman who far surpassed all mortals in beauty, Helen, left her most brave husband. Edwin Marion Cox. A troop of horse, the serried ranks of marchers, is noble fleet. Some think these of all on earth most beautiful, for me not else regarding, is my beloved. To understand this is for all most people, for thus gazing much on mortal perfectino, and knowing already what life could give her, him chose fair Helen. Diane Rayor. Some say an army of horsemen, others say foot soldiers, still others a fleet, is the fairest thing on the dark earth. I say it is whatever one loves. Everyone can understand this. Consider that Helen, far surpassing the beauty of mortals, leaving behind the best man of all. J. M. Edmonds. Some say that the fairest thing upon the dark earth is a host of horsemen, and some say a host of foot soldiers, and others again a fleet of ships. But for me it is my beloved, and it is easy to make anyone understand this. When Helen saw the most beautiful of mortals, she chose for the best that one. Josephine Balmer. Some an army of horsemen, some an army on foot, and some say a fleet of sheep is the loveliest sight on this dark earth. But I say it is whatever you desire. And it is possible to make this perfectly clear to all. For the woman who far surpassed all others in her beauty, Helen, left her husband, the best of all men. Jim Powell. Some say thronging cavalry, some say foot soldiers, others call a fleet the most beautiful of sights the dark earth offers. But I say, It's whatever you love best. And it's easy to make this understood by everyone. For she who surpassed all humankind in beauty, Helen, abandoning her husband, the best of men. Margaret Reynolds. Some say nothing on earth excels in beauty, fighting men, and call incomparable the lines of horse or foot or ships. Let us say rather, best is what one loves. This among any who have ever loved, never wanting proof. Consider Helen, she whom in beauty no other woman came near, left the finest man. A. S. Klein. Some say horsemen, some say warriors, some say a fleet of ships is the loveliest vision in this dark world. But I say it's what you love. It's easy to make this clear to everyone, since Helen, she who outshone all others in beauty, left a fine husband. Mary Bernard. Some say a cavalry corps, some infantry, some again will maintain that the swift oars of our fleet are the finest sight on dark earth. But I say that whatever one loves is. This is easily proved. Did not Helen, she who had scanned the flower of the world's manhood, choose as first among men one? M. L. West. Some think a fleet, a troop of horse, or soldierly the finest sight in all the world. But I say what one loves. Easy it is to make this plain to anyone. She, the most fair of mortals, Helen, having a man of the best, deserted him. Julia Dubnoff. Some say an army of horsemen, some of foot soldiers, some of ships, is the fairest thing on the black earth. But I say it is what one loves. It is very easy to make this clear to everyone, for Helen, by far surpassing mortals in beauty, left the best of all husbands. J. K. Gale. Soldiers on horses, some on foot, some upon vessels, on earth's soot. These are our beauty, I dispute, it's who we love. Easy to get, to take hold of. Helen's real beauty is part of her true humanness here above. She left that brute. And these are Sappho's Hymn to Aphrodite 3, 1, and 2. Thank you. This is the end of our recordings of some of Sappho's poems and how they were interpreted by different people. So today we will be reading some of Sappho's writings and how they were interpreted by different people. So the first one we'll be reading is from Lobel, Voigt, and Deal. So I'm going to begin. Most of this was in a different language, but what I can understand is what I will read. So, Athis, our love-meant Siddiqa, dwells at far-off Sardis, but she often sends her thoughts hither, thinking how once we used to love in the days when she thought thee like a glorious goddess, and loved thy song the best. And now she signs among the dames of Lydia, as after sunset the rosy-fingered moon beside the stars that are about her, when she spreads her light o'er briny sea, and eke o'er flowery field, while the good dew lies on the ground, and the roses revive, and the dainty anthracite and the honey lotus with all its blooms. And oftentime, when our beloved wandering abroad calls to mind her gentle Athis, the heart devours her tender breast with the pain of longing, and she cries out loud to us to come thither. And what she says we know full well, though an eye for night, the many-eared calls it to us across the dividing sea. That was J. M. Edmonds. Sardis, often turning her thoughts here, you like a goddess, and in your song most of all she rejoiced. But now she is conspicuous among Lydian women, as sometimes at sunset the rosy-fingered moon surpasses all the stars, and her light stretches over salt sea, equally in flower-deep fields. And the beautiful dew is poured out, and roses bloom and frail, chervil and flowering sweet clover. But she goes back and forth, remembering gentle Athos, and in longing she bites her tender mind. But to go there, much talks. Not easy for us to equal goddesses in lovely form. That was Carson, and I believe that was written in 2000. So the next one we'll be doing is from Goddesses, and this is Sappho 1. So, subtly bedesigned Aphrodite, deathless daughter of Zeus, while weaver, I beg you, Empress, do not smite me with anguish and fever, but come as often on request. Hearing me, heeding from afar, you left your father's gleaming feast, yoked team to car, and came, fair sparrows in compact, flurries of winged rapidity, cleft sky and over a gloomy tract, brought you to me. And there they were, and you sublime, and smiling with immortal mirth, asked what was wrong, why I, this time, called you to earth. What was my mind dreaming of, who Sappho at a word must grow, again receptive to your love, who wronged you so? She who shuns love soon will pursue it. She who scorns gifts will send them still. That girl will learn love, though she do it against her will. Come to me now, drive off this brutal distress. Accomplish what my pride demands. Come please, and in this battle, stand at my side. This is Sappho 16 from Troy. Some call ships, infantry or horsemen, the greatest beauty earth can offer. I say it is whatever a person most lusts after. Showing you all will be no trouble. Helen surpassed all humankind in looks, but left the world most noble husband behind. Coasting off to Troy where she thought nothing of her loving parents, an only child but led astray. And I think of Anactoria far away. And I would rather watch her body sway, her glistening face flash dalliance, than Lydian war cars at the ready and armed battalions. This is Sappho 94 from Desire and Death Longing. In all honesty, I want to die, leaving for good after a good long cry. She said, we both have suffered terribly, but Sappho, it is hard to say goodbye. I said, go with my blessing if you go, always remembering what we did. To me you have meant everything, as well you well know. Yet lest it slip your mind, I shall review everything we have shared, the good times too. You culled violets and roses, bloom and stem, often in spring, and I looked on as you. We wove a bouquet into a diadem. Time and time again we plucked lush flowers wed, spray after spray in strands and fastened them. Around your soft neck you perfumed your head. Of glossy curls with myrrh, lavish infusions, in queenly quantities, then on a bed, prepared with fleecy sheets and yielding cushions, sated your craving. The last three that I read, they were all from Stung by Love, from Trans A. Puchian, which was written in